Have you ever stepped on the scale and the number looks about the same, or maybe a little lower, but your clothes feel tighter? Or maybe your weight hasn't changed much at all, but your waist feels thicker. Your shape looks different, and your body just doesn't feel the way that it used to. If you've noticed this in midlife, you're not imagining it. Today, we're talking about what's really happening during perimenopause, menopause, and beyond when it comes to weight, body shape, and body composition, and what your body actually needs during this stage of life. Welcome to the Bloom and Beyond podcast. So first, let's talk about the midlife body shift. Menopause brings real hormonal changes, and those changes affect how your body stores fat, maintains muscle, and uses energy. One of the biggest shifts is the decline in estrogen. Estrogen plays a role in metabolism, muscle maintenance, and fat distribution. As estrogen decreases, several things naturally begin to happen. Fat is more likely to be stored around the abdomen. Muscle mass gradually declines. Metabolism slows slightly. And the body becomes more sensitive to stress hormones like cortisol. And this is why many women notice increased weight around the midsection, even if their eating and exercising habits haven't changed. This isn't about willpower or discipline. It's a normal physiological shift that comes with this stage of life. Now let's discuss weight versus body composition. It's something that isn't talked about enough. There's a big difference between body weight and body composition. The scale tells you your total weight, but it doesn't tell you how much of that weight is muscle, how much is fat, and how your body is actually shaped. And this matters. Muscle is dense and it takes up less space. Fat takes up more space. So if muscle decreases and body fat increases, even if the scale stays the same, your body shape will change. You might notice a softer midsection, less muscle tone, clothes fitting differently around the waist, and your body looking different at the same weight. This is why the scale often doesn't reflect what you're seeing or feeling in midlife. The real change is happening in body composition. Now, why do old strategies stop working? Another common experience in midlife is this. You're doing what used to work, but it's not working anymore. Eating less, doing more cardio, trying to push harder, but the body doesn't respond the same way. One reason is that midlife bodies are more sensitive to stress. Very low-calorie dieting, over-exercising, poor sleep, and high daily stress. All of these increase cortisol. And elevated cortisol encourages the body to store fat, especially around the abdomen. In midlife, the goal isn't simply to burn more calories. The goal is to support metabolism and maintain muscle. Now, what helps your body in midlife? The strategies that work best now are different, and they're actually more supportive and they're sustainable. Strength training is one of the most important tools. Muscle supports metabolism, blood sugar balance, and overall body composition. Protein also becomes more important. Many women in midlife aren't getting enough to support muscle maintenance. Daily movement matters more than intensity. Walking, staying active, and avoiding long periods of sitting make a real difference. And just as important, sleep and stress regulation. Hormones, metabolism, and body composition are closely connected to how well your nervous system is functioning. And this is where breath work, recovery, and slowing down actually support your body. And then there's also the emotional side and an emotional layer to all of these changes. It can feel frustrating when your body responds differently than it used to. It can feel confusing when the scale doesn't match how your clothes fit. And many women find themselves comparing their current body to their younger body. But midlife isn't about trying to go backward. It's about understanding what your body needs now. And this stage calls for a shift from restriction to nourishment, from pushing harder to supporting recovery, from focusing only on weight to focusing on strength, energy, and metabolic health. So let's have a new focus for midlife health. In midlife, the most helpful focus points are building and maintaining muscle, supporting metabolic health, managing stress, getting quality sleep, eating enough protein and nutrient-dense foods, and moving your body consistently. When you shift your focus to these areas, body composition often improves, even if the scale doesn't change dramatically. And more importantly, you feel stronger, more energized, and more stable. So in closing, menopause is a transition, and your body is adapting to a new hormonal environment. When you understand what's happening with weight, body shape, and body composition, you can stop relying on outdated strategies and start working with your body instead. This stage of life isn't about chasing your younger body. It's about building strength, resilience, and health for the years ahead. And that is where the real confidence comes from. If this conversation was helpful, please share it with another woman who might be wondering why her body feels different in midlife. And if you're looking for more support, education, and realistic strategies for health in this stage of life, please subscribe to the Bloom and Beyond podcast. Because midlife isn't about shrinking, it's about blooming and becoming